Hello everybody, I'm Nicola Beck and I'm the subject librarian for the Department of Management, and I'd like to say a big welcome to you from MMU Library. I'm just here to give you a very brief introduction to some of the library services and resources available to you, and just to signpost them, but also to let you know that we're here to support you throughout your studies at MMU. The library is in the All Saints building, which is next door. So if you leave the business school and turn left towards Oxford Road, you'll see the entrance to the library there. We are open 24/7 during term time, which is great, particularly around assignment deadlines and exam times. But the library is only staffed for 12 hours by the library team, from 8:45 in the morning till 8:45 in the evening. So you can get help and advice from library staff during those hours, but for the rest of the time you've got access to all the material, all the print material and the computing facilities. The library has got different zones for your particular study needs. So for example, we've got silent study areas, quiet study areas, group study areas, so you can get together as a group and discuss your work, because you will be given some group projects to do. And the phone zones are all in the stairwells. When you get to the library, it'd be a good idea to pick up a floor plan, so like this. It'll indicate the different study zones in the colours indicated there. You'll also notice, well, you might not be able to see from there, but there's an IT zone on the first floor, north wing, and that's a group study zone. So your computing facilities are there, along with some Mac machines as well. You access the library building with your student card. So there's turnstiles that you use your student card to swipe into. So it's really important to have your student card with you at all times. You also use your student card or your ID number to use these other facilities. So you use your card to use the printing facilities, the multifunctional devices that you can use to photocopy and scan as well, and they're in the library and most buildings throughout the campus. You'll also need your card to borrow books, to log on to the computer network, and to borrow laptops. There are a limited number of laptops available for loan in the library. You'll see the laptop lockers on the ground floor. So to actually log on to the computer facilities, you use your student ID number as your username, and your password will be set for you as your date of birth. So, for example, if you were born on the 1st of January 1980, this would be the format of your date of birth, for your password. We do recommend that you change your password as soon as you can to something a little bit more secure than your date of birth. So, once you've changed your password, that will then be your username and password for all these other university systems. So, for logging into your student email, logging into all library electronic resources, and for logging into Moodle as well. So it makes it a little bit easier for you because it's the same username and password for all these services. So in terms of help from IT, it is 24-hour support, but it's virtual support via this telephone number and this email address, and all this is available on the IT services web pages. There's a URL there as well for the MMU portal. You can access the MMU portal from the current students page of the MMU website, and from the portal you can access all the things that are going to be that you're going to need to access, such as links to the library, the student email, to all your Moodle areas. So just moving on now to library services information. There are 3 ways that you can access the books you need. In each of your Moodle unit areas there will be a reading list. So on the right hand side you'll see a library heading, a green heading, and underneath that you'll find links to specific books, journal articles and so on that your tutor has got together for your recommended reading. Along with this reading list, you'll be able to search for books using the library catalogue, and also we've got a library search tool as well. This searches across most of our resources, so about 80% of library subject resources, this searches across, whereas you're looking for a specific book, it's probably much easier to use the library catalogue. So I'm going to give a quick demo on searching the library catalogue. It's quite straightforward, and I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine using it. There's just a couple of things that I wanted to point out. So from the library homepage here, there's a link to the catalogue here. And I'll search for a book I know called Human Resource Management. And that's by Torrington. Okay, so when you get your list of results, make sure you look for the most up-to-date edition, which you can just scan from the results, or you can sort by newest first. But another thing I wanted to point out is the availability of ebooks. So those will be in your results as well. You might prefer to access print material, but sometimes if all print copies are out on loan, if there's an ebook available, you've got access to that all the time on and off campus. So to access that, if you follow the title link, and then there'll be a link that says click here to access this resource. On following that link, you'll see the page that you will always see when you're prompted to log in to access electronic resources. And this is where you'll enter in your student number and your password, which is your date of birth or whatever you've changed it to. I'm just going to go back to the catalogue and have a look at the print entry. Again, follow the link and it'll let you know that it's what campuses it's available at, All Saints or Crewe Library. If there's anything that you do need from Crewe Library, if you just simply reserve it, and it could be sent over to All Saints Library for you to collect. There are copies here available at All Saints, but to be able to locate it on the shelf, and it's not very obvious, but it's this little expand all link here. And that's where you'll be able to see pardon me, the shelf mark here. So it's the numbers and the letters that you just need to note down to be able to locate it on the shelf. Okay, so once you've found the book on the catalogue, again, the floor plan will give you an indication of where to go to locate the book. Most of the business and management stock is on the first floor east wing. So you've got business management, human resource management, marketing, accounting and finance books in this area. And the ground floor west, you've got economics, international business, green business, and other subject areas. There's also sports management books available, and they're just in a different area, the first floor west wing. So once you've located the book that you need, you don't have to queue up at the help desk. You can go straight to the self-service issue machines, and these are on the ground floor of the library. To use these, you'll need your student ID card, but also a library pin, and you can just collect that any time from the library help desk. You'll also need your PIN to access your library account online, and if you want to reserve any books or renew any books, again, you can do this all yourself online using your library PIN. So your library PIN is just for all things related to your print material, whereas your username and password is related to logging into all electronic library material. If you need to return any books, you can use the self-service return machines. These are, you don't even need to swipe in through the library turnstiles to return books. So if you're in a rush, you could just go through the library entrance. If you have a look to your right, you'll see these machines here. They look a bit like cash machines, and you can just post your books through there, and they'll be taken immediately then off your library account. So all the information I've given today and a lot more is available on our new users guide. There's a link to this guide from the library homepage, so you'll find information on finding and borrowing items, for example, and a lot more. As you're probably aware, the library's got a lot more than just books. We've got a lot of electronic resources available to you, such as electronic journal articles. We've got databases that provide newspaper articles. We've got databases that provide well-researched industry and market information, company information, and as I've already mentioned, our ebook collections as well. You'll find all these databases listed on our subject guides. There's a link to subject guides, again from the library homepage, so if you follow the subject guides link, you can look up your subject guide, which will be under management. And I'm not sure if you can see from there, but we've got tabs across the top that list databases in relation to journals, market and company information. And also there's a link to the referencing online guide as well, which I'm sure you'll need to make use of. After this session, on request, we can deliver an info skills session, and during that we can show you the different databases we've got and demonstrate how to search them and use them effectively. If you have any questions in relation to locating things within the library, if you go to the help desk, we've got lovely, friendly, approachable library staff to help you. But if you're looking for something a bit more in relation to using subject resources, if you contact the business subject team on this email address or this phone number, and these details again, they're all on the library website for you. If you could just contact us directly, we can get back to you straight away, or at least within 24 hours. And we do have a Facebook and Twitter page which will advertise any news, any information about resources, new resources, that kind of thing as well. Okay, well that was a very brief introduction to library services, but like I said, we are here all the time to support you. Do you have any questions at all at this point? No, that's fine. I'm sure they'll come later. Well, thank you very much. Very good luck, and I hope to see you in the library soon.